Hey, what up, y'all? It's your girl, Tila Tequila.
My brain is rewired in such a way where it's not like everyone else's.
By the way, we are actually inside of a huge spaceship.
I wanted to baptize these children for God's kingdom, and they said yes, but the grandma came over here and told them they cannot be baptized. I love all of you with all my heart, so why don't you shut the
Once upon a time, Tila Tequila danced on the precipice of fame, capturing the attention of 1.5 million MySpace followers and securing a spot in the limelight with her own MTV reality show. But it wasn't long before the promising starlet transformed into a social media sensation for all the wrong reasons. Suspension notices loomed over her online presence, leaving her digital footprint resembling the ramblings of a deranged Nazi conspiracy theorist. From receiving accolades in the adult entertainment industry to unsettling Hitler salutes, here is how Tequila's metamorphosis into the troll queen of the internet left many wondering how such a promising star could spiral into such an alarming state. Born in Singapore to Vietnamese boat people who sought refuge after the Vietnam War, Tila Nguyen, known as Tila Tequila, embarked on a journey that traversed continents and challenged controversial norms. Relocating to Houston, Texas at the tender age of 1, the Nguyen family found themselves within the confines of a gated community governed by a strict Buddhist temple. However, their departure from this enclave when Tila was 8 marked a significant shift in the family's trajectory. Tila's early years were colored by personal and environmental struggles, leading her to being bestowed with the moniker Tila Tequila by friends, humorously referencing her apparent aversion to alcohol. In her memoir, she delved into the emotional turmoil she faced, feeling confused and lost. Seeking solace in the written word, she turned to poetry as an outlet for her powerful emotions. A rebellious spirit led her to flee to Queens, New York City at the age of 16, where she encountered both the harsh realities of a drive-by shooting in Houston and the profound pain of a miscarriage the following year. Completing her high school education at Adelaide Hastings High School in 2000, Tila Nguyen's tumultuous adolescence in Texas became the impetus for a new chapter in her life. In 2001, she made the pivotal decision to pursue modeling and relocated to California. Although she dabbled in college classes, she chose not to pursue a formal degree, asserting that her passion lay solely in the entertainment industry. The dawn of Tila Tequila's career unfolded at the age of 19 when serendipity struck at Sharpstown Mall. A Playboy scout discovered her, offering her the opportunity to model nude for the iconic magazine. After a successful test shoot, she made her way to Southern California, making her debut as Playboy's Cyber Girl of the Week on April 22nd of 2002. Swiftly rising through the ranks, she earned the distinction of becoming the first Asian Cyber Girl of the Month, marking the inception of a series of pictorials for the renowned publication. At the ripe age of 20, Tila Tequila decided to take a detour from the conventional and dive headfirst into the world of rock music. Eager to find her place in the spotlight, she set out on a mission to join bands willing to embrace her electric talents. The result? Beyond Betty Jean, a band she not only fronted as a singer but also took on the role of creative force behind the lyrics. However, like many stories in the music industry, Beyond Betty Jean's chapter eventually came to a close. Undeterred, Tila used the setback as an opportunity to hone her vocal prowess, immersing herself into recording studios while crafting her own musical compositions. The ups and downs of the rock scene continued as she became the lead singer of Jealousy, a band that teased the world with a few online releases before fizzling out. In a twist of fate, Tila found herself in a whirlwind of reality television as a contestant on VH1's Surviving Nugent in 2003, a show where participants engaged in compromising tasks and stunts for none other than the rock legend Ted Nugent. But Tila wasn't just confined to the music scene. She sizzled in the import racing circuit, gracing the covers of magazines like Import Turner and making waves at car shows such as Hot Import Night. Her influence extended into the digital realm when she joined MySpace in 2003, leaving a lasting impact that reshaped the platform's social dynamics. Tila's electric journey continued with a stint as the most frequent host on Fuse TV Pants Off Dance Off, a dance-off show where contestants bared it all to music videos. The buzz around her reached a crescendo when will.i.am announced her singing to the will.i.am music group during an MTV interview. Despite this major label connection, Tila asserted her independence by releasing her debut single I Love You on iTunes in 2007, fueled by her desire to carve her own path to stardom. But the road to fame wasn't without its bumps. Legal drama unfolded as she faced lawsuits over contracts breached related to her EP Battling it out in the court, Tila maintained her position that the authorized release was not her doing, adding a layer of intrigue to her tumultuous journey. And just when you thought she couldn't wear more hats, Tila made an appearance on game shows, cameoed in TV shows, and even flaunted her Hooters girl charm in the film I Now Pronounce You, Chuck and Larry. Tila Wynn unleashed a storm of chaos and controversy with her MTV show A Shot at Love with Tila Tequila, which premiered on October 9th, 2007. Picture this: 16 straight men and 16 lesbian women blissfully ignorant of Tila's bisexuality until the bombshell dropped at the end of the first episode. It was a themed dating extravaganza that had tongues wagging and keyboards clacking with opinions. Produced by Sally Ann Solano and MTV, the show became more than just a dating competition. It became a battleground of online skirmishes, especially with conservative Christians. The flames were fanned by an article in the Christian Post on September 13, 2007, prompting Tila to fire back on her blog on September 28, 2007. And she did not hold back, accusing churches of bashing the gay community and expressing gratitude to a higher power for her own salvation. As the controversy swirled, so did the show's popularity, leading to a second season in April of 2008. The gossip columns couldn't get enough, with outlets like Asian Week adding fuel to the fire. The season's climax on July 8, 2008 saw Christy Morgan emerging as the chosen one, only to turn down her shot at love. But Tila wasn't just content with reality TV drama. She wanted to conquer the music scene. On October 9, 2007, she dropped her second single, Stripper Friends, adding a sultry note to her ever-evolving persona. The video premiered on Yahoo Music on February 26, 2008, promised scandal but failed to make a chart-topping impact. Undeterred, Tila turned her attention to self-help, releasing a tell-all book, Hold Up with Tila Tequila, a guide to love, fame, happiness, success, and being the life of the party, on December 2, 2008. Yet by 2010, a systemic shift was underway. Tila decided to rebrand herself as Miss Tila, a move that left fans and critics alike raising their eyebrows. Her first single under this new alias, I F'd the DJ, hit the scene with a resounding thud, receiving scathering reviews and tanking on the charts. By now, the whispers in Hollywood were growing louder. Tila Tequila, once the talk of the town, found herself on a slippery slope, navigating the treacherous terrain of reinvention. The spotlight that once bathed her in glory was flickering, leaving everyone wondering if this was just a phase or an unraveling of a once promising star. But Tila Tequila's career wasn't in the toilet yet when she performed at the gathering of the Juggalos in 2010. The only problem was that the concertgoers didn't get the memo. Though organizers of the festival reportedly warned the Shot at Love star that it would be dangerous to perform, she took the stage anyway to play rap songs from her upcoming album. The end result was terrifying. Concertgoers started pelting the singer with rocks, bottles, and human feces. Tila Tequila was eventually pulled off the stage by security, then chased by a mob of hundreds of juggalos. She made it to her trailer, but the mob smashed the trailer's windows and tried to flip the structure over while she was still inside. She escaped in her sports utility vehicle, which also had its windows smashed. According to Tila Tequila, she had to get stitches on her face after the incident and her body was covered in bruises. The only dumb thing I admit to doing was actually showing the juggalos love, which they know nothing about, she tweeted. This was one of the last times Tila would ever take the stage. In December of 2009, Tila Tequila finally had her shot at love with Johnson & Johnson heiress Casey Johnson. According to People, the couple got engaged after a whirlwind month-long romance and a gigantic 17-carat diamond ring. But things took a tragic turn less than a year later. By the time the couple was ready to ring in the new year, Johnson was found dead in her Los Angeles area home. Much like Tequila, the late heiress had a reputation for hard partying and recreational use, which reportedly stemmed at least partially from her suffering from borderline personality disorder. The New York Post reported that at the time of her death, she had been cut off from her trust fund and family after refusing to get help. Her official cause of death was untreated diabetes, and she had been sent to the hospital at least twice because she didn't take her insulin. The former reality star admitted that she became suicidal after the sudden death of her fiance, whose daughter she'd planned to adopt. It really hit me when I found all the cards she had written me, she told People. My therapist put me on suicide watch. I've been getting help, but I'm fine now. I know Casey wants me to be alive and she hates seeing me like this. She always hated it when she would see me cry. Just a few months after her fiance's tragic death, Tila Tequila was struck in a downward spiral plagued by mental illness. Things came to a head when she posted a now deleted video on her website showing her bloody arm, which had supposedly been slit at the wrist. Following the incident, Tequila blamed dissociative identity disorder, aka multiple personality disorder. In a statement posted to her official website, the former reality star claimed she blacked out and woke up from excruciating pain, with blood and dope everywhere. All her new furniture was broken and there was glass all over her bed. There was even chunks of meat coming out of my arm from the deep slits from slicing up my arm from all the broken glass, she wrote. My arm meat from inside is starting to bubble up and seep through the cuts. This is so effed up. This wasn't the first time Tila Tequila struggled with multiple personality disorder. Earlier in March of the same year, the reality star claimed her alter ego, she calls Jane, who she believes always wants her, hijacked her Twitter account. Around the time of her fiance's death, the Trouble Star announced that she planned to become her brother's surrogate. This news came after pregnancy rumors emerged on the internet. Whether or not she started those rumors in the first place is up for debate. In a now deleted tweet, the star wrote, "Big announcement, I'm going to be a surrogate mother for my brother and his wife. This is my Xmas present to them. I'm pregnant." About a month later and no baby bump in sight, Tequila took to Twitter to hint at the fact that she had a miscarriage. In an over 20 post rant, she claimed she was experiencing intense sharp pains and that she would kill herself if something bad happened to the baby. Moments later, the former reality star announced that she was approved to adopt a toddler from Russia and was planning to visit the country for 21 days to spend time with him. Tequila never visited Russia and the surrogacy was never mentioned again. In 2012, Tila Tequila finally hit rock bottom when she suffered from an accidental overdose and brain aneurysm. According to a report in Us Weekly, her roommate came in around 1:30 a.m. and found the former reality star unconscious. After emergency responders arrived, her roommate told the law enforcement that Tequila had tried to kill herself all week. The incident was a harrowing experience for the MySpace star, who admitted that she thought she was going to die. "I can remember feeling like the bones were popping out of the side of my head because the pain was so bad. I took some medications and tried to go up for a nap, but when I woke up, I was vomiting," she told US Weekly. This was a turning point. Tequila checked into a rehab program at Palms Partners Treatment Center in Florida. After finishing the program, which included group and personal counseling sessions, the Trouble Star emerged with a new rosy outlook. "I should have died and feel blessed to have another chance at life, and I intend to grasp it," she said. "I got excellent treatment and I did a total detox of all substances and medications. This was really tough, but I managed to do it." In 2007, Tila Tequila got a shot at love with MTV reality series, but in November of 2014, she got a shot at motherhood. The former reality star delivered her first daughter, Isabella Monroe Wynn, and debuted the very first photo of the tiny tot on her website. Tequila didn't distinctively reveal who the father was, but a report from Radar Online claimed it was struggling musician Thomas Paxton Whittaker, who was 42 years old at the time. Whittaker was already a father of 3 who allegedly filed for Chapter 7 bankruptcy in 2007 after owing over $6,000. Despite Tequila's struggles with substance abuse, mental illness, and sudden death of her fiancé, the reality star admitted to Us Weekly that motherhood saved her life. "It has been quite a painful journey for me. I never thought I was going to make it out alive. So to be able to do a total of 180 and finally be blessed with my first child gets me so emotional that I can barely even handle it," she said. "The only difference is that now these tears I cry are of joy and no longer of sadness." In 2018, the star announced that she was expecting her second child. But despite the joy she found as a mom, Tila Tequila wasn't done shocking the world. Not by a long shot. In 2010, Tila Tequila announced that she would be appearing on Celebrity Rehab, but it never panned out. She did finally make it back onto the small screen 5 years later with the 2015 season of the UK's Celebrity Big Brother. But her time on the show would be short-lived after the network discovered that the 33-year-old star was enamored with a new controversial guy, Adolf Hitler. After being casted in the series, UK nonprofit Campaign Against Anti-Semitism uncovered a concerning 2013 blog where Tequila called Hitler a good man and a man of compassion. She also posed Nazi uniform and posted the picture to Facebook, which got her banned from the social network for 30 days. Campaign Against Anti-Semitism launched a change.org petition, which managed to get Tequila booted from this series despite having only about 800 signatures. Producers removed Tequila as soon as they were made aware of her disparaging comments. She later issued an apology on Twitter, claiming that she made a terrible mistake and that her comments were irresponsible, reckless, and selfish. "I want to be a good role model for my daughter because I don't want her to go through what I had to endure," she wrote. "I hope that I will be given a second chance at life to make things right again." Not long after, she posted a tribute to the dictator, describing him as her "my boo Hitler." It's never a good idea to post a photo of yourself giving a Nazi salute with your alleged neo-Nazi friends, but Tila doesn't care. This self-proclaimed queen made headlines in November of 2016 after posting a picture to Twitter from a conference for the white nationalists, an alt-right group, the National Policy Institution. She captioned the Snapchat, "Sing Hail." Though Tequila has expressed anti-Semitic views in the past, attending a white nationalist conference was notably bizarre considering the star is Asian American and was born in Singapore. She claimed that's the reason she was welcomed into the movement, which generally rejects the idea of non-white immigrant to Western countries. "I bring a little bit more diversity to the movement," she told the Daily Beast. Tequila, who fervently supports Donald Trump and allegedly admitted that she was a white supremacist, was suspended from Twitter shortly after posting the snap. Later, in an interview with the tab, she claimed it wasn't a big deal. "I'm obviously not white, and I think it's so funny to get a rise out of people who are so easily triggered by things like that. I like to be a bit more fun," the troll queen said, and a lot of people are missing out on that point. "We're actually preserving the freedom to be able to speak online and do these things. That's important." As it turns out, Hitler wasn't always Tila Tequila's boo. Believe it or not, at one point, the actress said that she planned to convert to Judaism. According to TMZ, this shot at love star was taking classes at a synagogue in New York in 2012 before she suffered from the aforementioned brain aneurysm that sent her to rehab. Her plan to convert was spurred when she started learning more and more about Kabbalah, its culture, and the way of life of the reform on Judaism. "I just feel like the Jewish people have a beautiful way about them. I can't wait to officially be Jewish," she told TMZ. Shabbat Shalom. But that was then. The star has since ditched her deep respect for Jewish culture in favor of dressing up her baby as Hitler. In 2015, the MTV star posted a photo on Instagram showing her newborn daughter wearing a Hitler mustache. She wrote, "Gasp, Isabella, what the holy? One day when you grow up, you're going to have to apologize for this picture, young lady." Before Tila Tequila embraced her newfound conservatism, let's not forget that she started off in the spotlight as an unabashed adult film star. Vivid Entertainment unleashed the first glimpse into her wild world with the release of Tila Tequila Uncorked in 2011. Not stopping there, she went on to grace us with a sequel, propelling her into the glamorous realm of the Oscars of porn, where she clinched the AVN Award for Best Celebrity Sex Tape, rubbing shoulders with the likes of Octomom and Paris Hilton. But darling, the real drama unfolded during the awards ceremony when Farrah Abraham, another MTV reality sensation from 16 and Pregnant, accidentally rose from her seat upon hearing the winner's announcement. Tequila, being the queen of shade, graciously offered to hand over the award to Abraham, claiming she's more focused on being a stellar mom than a sensational porn star. Now, talk about a red carpet twist. Fast forward to the current chapter of Tila's roller coaster ride, where she descended into madness seems unstoppable, with only a brief pause for her first taste of motherhood. In 2017, the former reality star took to the internet for one of her trademark rants, but this time it was an extravaganza of weirdness. Tequila declared she had signed a contract making her God, but confessed to not bothering with the fine print due to being lazy like that. The supernatural jargon apparently confused her, yet the contract gave her the power to do anything, from abolishing taxes to sparking World War III. And darling, guess which option she went for? World War III. Because why not? But that's not all. Our girl firmly believes the earth is as flat as her scandalous moments. In a Twitter tirade, she argued that the lack of curvature in the horizon is evidence enough. She went on to question why buildings in NYC stand straight up if the earth were round, and claimed that airplanes would crash upon landing if the earth had any curves. Oh, and she threw in some spicy conspiracy theories about the CIA and microchips just for good measure. Financial troubles hit Tila in 2016, which, considering her baby daddy's supposed struggles in the music scene, makes total sense. To bounce back, she launched a GoFundMe alleging she was replaced by a clone in 2012 and feared for her baby's life. She aimed to upgrade to Target, where all the rich, nice white people shop, claiming she was tired of Walmart. The page got a facelift, removing the bizarre elements but not long after she ventured into the world of Etsy to peddle her paintings. And there you have it, folks, the whirlwind saga of Tila Tequila. From steamy tapes to divine contracts, the flat earth theories, and financial woes, this reality star did it all. If you like this video, make sure to click and subscribe and catch us on the next video.